Hi, Bob the Canadian here. Welcome to Wednesdays with Bob. I just wanted to talk a little bit about rain in this video. This past weekend we got some rain. We got over 1.5 inches of rain. I know Canada's a funny place. We usually measure things using the metric system. Sometimes we still use feet and inches, and we measure our rain in inches still as farmers. So we got over 1.5 inches of rain, and what that does is it makes things grow. So I'm just going to kind of give you a mini tour of some of the things that are growing, some things that look really cool and some things that look really awesome. You can see behind me, this is a bed where we have just planted a cover crop. So when we don't have flowers growing in a bed, we just grow what's called a cover crop. This is buckwheat. It's growing really well, and this is just something that grows really fast. It makes it so that not a lot of weeds come up because the buckwheat grows so quickly. The weeds can't grow because the buckwheats take all of the sunlight. So that's one of the things that's growing well because we got lots of rain. So we do have a lot of hoses on the farm. We do live on a river, and we do have a pump, and we have a lot of hoses, and we have a lot of different ways to irrigate our flowers. But even though we have lots of water, rain is always better. For some reason, you can water plants with drip line. We have drip line, so it runs really slowly and drips of water come out. We have sprinklers that we use to water the plants. But for some reason, that's good. That's very helpful. But certainly rain is just better for some reason. I think plants understand that when it rains, it's time for them to grow. So I spent a lot of time before this rain came just watering. So I ran hoses everywhere, I ran drip line everywhere, I ran sprinklers everywhere, and then finally it rained, and so I got just a little bit of a break, and I didn't have to water as much. But certainly when it rains, the flowers start to bloom. So we're super happy because the zinnias have started growing. Zinnias are one of our most prolific flowers. It's one of our major crops here on the flower farm, and it is really nice when the zinnias start to bloom. We also grow sunflowers and lisianthus and many other flowers, but they don't bloom for another week or two. So right now we do have to prepare for market. A lot of the bouquets will have zinnias in them. We did have peonies, but that's more of a flower that we have during the month of June. So right now we're just hoping and waiting that many more things will start to bloom. But you can certainly see that the zinnias are starting to flower. There are all kinds of different colors behind me. And that's just kind of a good thing at this point in time. We need a lot of flowers. We call this kind of a dip right now. So we have a lot of peonies, and then we don't have a lot of flowers for a couple weeks. And then the zinnias and sunflowers and lisianthus and all kinds of other flowers start to bloom. And the rain really helps with that. Well, hey, thanks for watching Wednesdays with Bob, number 12. I think it was number 12. Just a little bit of me talking about flowers. Again, as promised, I will make a much longer video about flowers later in this season when we are in the month of August. And I will certainly give you a much better look. Right now, you see a lot of green. In August, you will see just a lot more flowers. Anyways, have a good day. Bob the Canadian here. See you next week with another Wednesdays with Bob video.